Hello, the Moment podcast. Thanks for coming. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing great. I'm trying to study the relation between meditation and the homeostasis, and so it's a lot of words here, but I find a good one. I think the third link I copy paste in the chat. How are you? Anyway, by the way. Yeah. So, from my own experience, I know meditation is definitely good for our health, physically and mentally, emotionally. But I try to find some, scientific research or proof to show that it's really good. I have been away for a while, helping people in need, going through dark times. Thank you for your help, your love, your effort. You're doing okay, great. So you're in the front line, fighting against the evil dark energy. Yeah. Make sure you're stable too. Yeah, maybe I'm sharing my. I will share my screen, which is really very interesting here. Uh-oh. Okay. More like helping teens who are thinking of dying. Shoot. To help them get through and alleviate their suffering. Thank you, thank you. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, depressions. Yeah, it's really sad to see the teenagers get depressed or, you know, even suicide. It's like a flower in springtime withered. Now we're, we're having a spring, right? Spring's coming. You can see all the flowers in full blossom. It's like in springtime, every flower should be in full blossoming, but you see, there's one flower or some flowers is withering or dying. I don't know what's going on in your community or society, but it's sad. Anyway, from my own experience, meditation is very helpful to alleviate suffering, at least individually. But meditation, you know, is a little bit advanced for people. Most people, like, I don't know, in your society or country, out of 10 will meditate every day. The ratio is very little, maybe less. I don't know. People are looking for fast therapies to alleviate their suffering. Diet is a good one. Exercise is a good one. Music, art are very helpful. But to really alleviate suffering, deep down, we need meditation. That's why I meditate every day. To see my minds, to see my emotions, to see my thoughts. And when I can see my thoughts, my feelings, my perceptions, my emotions, I can see others too. Everyone is quite similar in terms of body, mind, and spirit. Most people, they cannot see their thoughts, emotions play huge role in their everyday activity. and for the teenagers, for any people in suffer, especially mentally, actually, unless it's an accident, most of the sickness or disease are due to our everyday life, our mental health. Physical health and mental health is very much correlated. Do you think so? If you are in good mood or feelings, your sleep will be good, your diet will be good. Then you may have a better physical body. And I am acupuncturist and herbalist, right? I treat people in the clinic. In my understanding, mental issues is deeper or is harder to treat than physical issues. It's like if I say physical, like pain, muscular soreness or pain, at this level, mental issues are higher. They are in different attitude. So physical problems are easier to heal or get healed, but the mental issue is higher, it's deeper or deeper in terms how you look at it, in different magnitude. We need more time and energy to tackle with it, to deal with mental problems. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you take time for sitting with your thoughts and emotions. Yes, our thoughts and emotions play tricks. The first step of it alleviate our own suffering is to solve our thoughts and emotions, and that's where meditation kicks in. While you are in a meditative state, you can see your thoughts, emotions arising in the body mind. And once you can see it, you may have a chance to deal with it. You cannot deal with a fully fledged anger. Like you are 100% angry. It's so hard to deal with that anger. So the best is when the tactic, the technique is the first second when the negative emotions or thought arise in your body mind, you see it, you deal with it. You cannot wait until it's 100% emotion in motion. Then it's really hard. It's like you try to stop a fully loaded truck on the highway. It's almost impossible. But you can stop it while it's just start. Make sense? Yeah. I will share my screen to read the very good article I have read here. So just one second. I just copy paste again here. So I share my screen. So you see it's page 4 of the PDF file. 4 of the 11 is about automatic nerve system, anxiety-induced homeostasis, sympathetic response. I want to make it bigger. Nice. Can you see it? Yes. I love this new technology. Great. Actually, I just want to overview this because it's helpful. So I just read it. Response associated with sympathetic dominance, the dual-sided autonomic nerve system is shown, in which sympathetic activation outweighs the parasympathetic branch. Sympathetic dominance, as seen during the stressed state, leads to a variety of peripheral responses associated with the depolarization of target organs, functional connectivity, and alpha wave decrease. Alpha wave, when you are in a deep meditation, your alpha wave is more dominant, while limbic and amygdala activity increase. Amygdala is like the security manager of the brain, always looking for the potential danger or risk. That's the amygdala does. So it's not a good sign while our amygdala activity increases. Anyway, brainstem activity also increases. The lower brain, the survival mode, is activated, reflected by the increased respiratory center and cardiovascular center rates. So your heartbeat is increased. You have shortness of breath, maybe. That's why we are stressed, right? Respiration and heart rate increase. Yeah. So heart rate variability measures are dominated by low frequency components. Also, your blood pressure, your conductivity, your muscle tension increase. Flight and fight, ready to fight, fight and fight, right? Flight and fight. So bowel mobility and salivary gland secretion are also hindered because all your energy goes to the muscles. So your digestion or the bowel motility decrease. Actually, it's quite reasonable. Don't digest and rest while you're in a dangerous situation. So, but anyway, nowadays we have this chronic stress leads to all these problems. It's imagined, most time even imaginated stress. Also, salivary gland secretion are also hindered or decreased. The body is in a relatively depolarized state, including the various target organs and the spinal cord. Facial expression depicts a stressed and or pleasant state. Very beautiful. I love this paragraph. It's short, but tells how stress situations, the physical body and stress is closely related, right? So that's the mode of flight fight or anxiety-induced homeostasis, while our sympathetic nervous system are activated. Let's go on, look at the other one, the meditative state or relaxed state. So this is the meditation-induced homeostasis, parasympathetic dominance. Now, so I'll read again, okay? Responses associated with parasympathetic dominance, The dual-sided autonomic nerve system is shown, in which parasympathetic activation outweighs the sympathetic branch. Like now you're relaxed, you're mindful, you're peaceful. That's when our parasympathetic nervous system is activated or outweighs the sympathetic branch. In contrast to sympathetic dominance, a shift to prominent parasympathetic activation leads to the peripheral responses associated with the membrane's potential hyperpolarization membranes, you see, and the reversal of the effects as we did just a couple of minutes ago on the previous figure. In this state, there is an increase in functional connectivity and alpha waves. Now you may have more alpha waves and a decrease in limbic and amygdala activity. Like your security manager is going to sleep, not too much activated. Brainstem activity decreases. Now we are more using the frontal lobe instead of the lower brain. Make sense? We are more using the advanced frontal lobe instead of the survival mode, which is reflected in the decreased respiratory center and cardiovascular center rates. Your heart rate, your respiratory rate, blood pressure, and muscle tension all decrease. Very nice. You are relaxed. Your heart rate, like maybe normally 72, right? Between 70 and 75, or maybe lower, 65. In deep meditation, maybe your heart rate drops down to 50. Who knows? You can measure it if you want. Also, in deep meditation, your respiratory rate or your inhale, exhale, the deep abdominal breathing slows down the respiratory rate. Makes sense. It's our experience every day, actually. So high frequencies heart rate variability is increased. High frequency heart rate variability is increased. This parasympathetic shift can be readily achieved through meditation and deep breathing techniques, deep abdominal breathing techniques. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause, inhale, pause, exhale, pause. You can put your hands on the stomach area. Inhale, rising of your stomach, pause, exhale, falling of your stomach. One more. When we feel anxious, depressed, agitated, angry, we can use this deep abdominal breathing to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is in charge of rest, digest. It's very practical, actually. And to increase your feeling, or you can put your hands around your ribs. Inhale, you found expansion of the ribs. Exhale, shrinking of the ribs. One more. Very practical. Just a couple of times. This practice deep abdominal breathing can activate the vagus nerve or sympathetic nerve system, fight against activate the parasympathetic nerve system to fight against the sympathetic nerve system, right? It's like a seesaw. When you are in the fight mode, you need parasympathetic nerve system to make it balance in the homeostasis. Makes sense. Quite scientific. So a pleasant facial expression like smiling, okay? Smiling is an facial expression to activate your vagus nerve. I think it's the 10th cranial nerve, you know. And widespread polarization is associated with this state compared to the relatively depolarized state of the previous one. Very good. I love this. Very simple, yet. Do you like it? Makes sense to me. Yeah. Meditation is beyond homeostasis. That's my. But back to the harmony of the body mind, back to the balance of the parasympathetic and the sympathetic is the first step of deeper healing. Peace of the mind is the first step of awakening. Any question or sharing here? You know, we can study a lot of, physiology, biology, or psychology of the meditation, but only when you benefit from meditation, you will know they all make sense. Otherwise, no matter how many psychological, biological, physiology books you have read, if you have never meditated, make no sense for you. This morning, I had time to meditate 1 hour. Very luxury time. Luxury of meditation. It's not, shopping. It's meditation. I had this 1 hour meditation. Wow. So beautiful. Anyway, we can choose to back to homeostasis consciously. That's the keywords today. By meditation. You know your heart rate is slow. You know your respiratory rate is slow too. And your body is relaxed. and you are feeling good. It's all about feeling good. Organically. I have sometimes when I sitting, have memories and emotions arise to process in the present things that were not able to be processed, to be mindful with them and let them flow and let go. Yes, yes. The more you can let go, the more you see its emptiness. Nothing is stable except you. You are that unchanging presence. Everything comes and goes except you. Tell me anything that won't change in the world. Tell me anything. Changing is the nature of the world, or change is the nature of the world. And Buddha's teaching goes further. It's empty. You cannot grasp anything that is empty. Emptiness means there's no true self. It's not permanent. Everything exists because it is depending on everything on other things or everything else. Yes, there's nothing to be found that does not change. It's true. No one can step into the river twice because the river is flowing and the main is not same main either. Time, the arrow of time plays a role. And everything changes with time. The meditation is to see that ever-changing phenomenal world. The weather is changing. 4 seasons, day and night, cloudy and sunny. The economy is changing. The stock market flows, ebbs and flows. Our relationship changes too. Our jobs changes maybe over time, at least. Our interest changes too. While we are toddler, our interest is a toy. When you are a teenager, your interest may be a girl or boy, or a program that help you to go to college or university. After graduation, you change your target of life again to find a job. And after you find that job, you change. You want a better position, a better job. Nothing is really stable. after marriage, you have maybe your first baby. Now you want to have second baby. I don't know. Nothing is stable. But among all this ever-changing phenomena world, including our bodies and minds, feelings, emotions, there's one thing that does not change. That's the purpose of meditation or awakening. You back to that never-changing, pure awareness. The awareness does not change. The contents of the awareness change. That should be a conclusion, a statement from you, from everyone. You figure out, oh, in pure presence or awareness, perceiving, watching, experiencing, ever-changing mind and world. That's when you see this, and it's a greatest level of homeostasis. This homeostasis is not physically, is not individual, is not in body, it's in your mind, is a total balance. Do you follow? Make sense to you? You know, I'm a practitioner of Chinese medicine, so we are talking about balance all the time. Balance of 5 elements, balance of yin and yang, right? Balance of individual and family, balance of family and society, balance of society and the whole world, balance with nature, harmony, or sometimes we call harmony. We all, and it's a dynamic process. It's variables, but it's not fixed. It's sometimes up, sometimes down, but it's in a normal balanced range, like our body temperature, right? That's the greatest view of homeostasis. Now we're not only talking about our heart rate or breath rate or the iron or blood sugar in our blood. We're talking about the social environment, psychological and physical like system now. And to really reach this total balance, we need awakening. I can put it in a different way. The total balance, a complete balance, a harmony is that the sense of I and the other. So balance between the subject and object, the experiencer and the experienced, between the observer and the observed. Make sense? That's the greatest balance, or the most simplest yet complicated balance, the greatest balance. If I simplify the whole world into 2 parts, I and everything or everyone that is not I. Make sense? If we have this balance between I and everything that is not I, everyone that is not I, you find that balance, you are in a great homeostasis. how can I reach Satori? Satori, I have a YouTube session exactly for that. Satori means you have that total picture of who you are. Maybe very short time, just a couple of seconds. You feel it, like you have that balance between I and everything or everyone that is not I. The subject and object, or the subjectivity and objectivity. You feel that beauty of life. You feel your presence is who you are. But very soon, your habitual thinking or mindset comes back and take over. You back to that individual with a certain type of mindset, most time unawakened, very limited, very restricted. So also Satori means you have that release of that imprisonment. You can let go of everything. At that moment, you're so free. That's called Satori. How? Meditate. Meditate to let go, let go, let go, let go. Let your minds go, let your body go, let your emotions go, let feelings go, let your concern go, let your likes go, let your dislikes go. Let everything go until you can. There's nothing you can let go anymore. Voila, that's it. Even it's just 1 second, it's enough. You feel it. We can do it right now. Calm down. Be present. Are you conscious? Please answer me. Are you conscious? Great. You must be conscious to listen to me. I must be conscious to talk to you. My second question is more important. Are you conscious that you are conscious? Please answer me. Yes. So if you are conscious that you are conscious, stay there. Stay. As long as you could. This is the shortcut of awakening I concluded from my almost 11 years of meditation, around 7, 8 years of teaching of meditation, also the reading of different sutras of Buddhism. This is the shortcut, my dear Dharma friend. If you want to awaken, if you want to be out of all the sufferings, this is the shortcut. Are you conscious that you're conscious? and stay there. It's a Zen style of awakening. You don't need too much words now. If you are conscious that you're conscious, you may feel your presence. You may identify you are the presence. You are the awareness listening to me now. I am the awareness talking to you. Through different bodies and minds. That doesn't matter. We have 8 billion different bodies and minds in the world. The awakening is to discover the universal element in such a complicated, diversified world. You, the pure awareness or consciousness, is looking out, is perceiving a body, a mind, and a world. If you can perceive this as pure awareness, you are always perceiving a body, a mind, and a world. But now you make it a conscious choice. Consciousness plays an important role in its own realization. You have to do it proactively. No one can help you at this moment. Even God is standing by you. Even Buddha is standing around you or near you. He cannot help you if you don't draw this second half circle of the consciousness. You, consciousness, have to look within. Twin Flame Tara said, once I was traveling around Tibet and I felt something like total freedom and expansion. I don't know what it is, but it lasted got maybe half an hour. Very good. I was just sitting outside and didn't want to move. Nice. Don't know what it is, but I want to learn to achieve it consciously. Very good. I will look at your other videos. Thank you. So I recently talked about be conscious that you're conscious. You can search it. That's the shortcut. And I can guarantee you it's very safe. It's very quick. And it's very authentic. Being authentic is very, very, very important. Especially when you go higher level of awakening or deeper and deeper level awakening, depends how you look at it. You need authentic teaching. Otherwise, you will go miles away from your goal and you don't know it even. Initially, I mean, as a beginner, you don't need a very high level, advanced or realized teacher. But the moment you enter the further you go, the nearer you go to who you are. You need a teacher. Otherwise, it has so many tricks, even risks. I guarantee. That's why I say authentic, because Buddha's teaching is so authentic. Fast, safe, authentic, practical, scientific, philosophical. Sorry. I guarantee you, be aware that you are aware. Be conscious that you are conscious. Thank you. Nice to be here. Nice to see you, Momentum podcast. Thank you. Actually, be conscious that you're conscious is kind of like mindfulness too. But this mindfulness is not mindful of what you're doing. This mindfulness is mindful of who you are. And there's no conflict between the mindfulness of doing and the mindfulness of who you are. Because mindfulness of who you are is all-inclusive. It includes your activity, your feelings, emotions. Make sense to you? A worldly or more normal mindfulness is you're mindful of what you're doing, like you're emailing, you're making phone call, you're washing your dishes or cleaning your room. You're mindful, that kind of activity. But now I'm talking about mindfulness of who you are. I, the sense of I. You are mindful of I amness, your presence. You are conscious that you're conscious is the mindfulness of yourself, the true self. Be conscious that you're conscious is the mindfulness of who you are. It's the highest mindfulness. Adam said it is possible to break through to the fourth mental stage with 3 months of vigorous concentration and guidance. To break through to the fourth mental stage, you mean the pure observation? What do you mean the fourth mental stage? I'm practicing meditation for a few years now, but just to get peace and to stop thinking. I want to go deeper now. Yes, I won't say stop thinking. You slow down the monkey mind. So when you've reached the first jhana, so we have 8 jhanas or 8 different stages of concentrations or meditative stage. The first, the second, third, fourth, and to the eighth, the eighth samadhi, you're really beyond any form or formless samadhi. I would say the first jhana is enough to awaken. Meaning that you have a gap between your thinking and you see that gaps of thinking. Because let's do it. slow down the monkey mind, just be present. You notice there's no thinking, right? For maybe just 2 seconds. If you can last to like maybe go 10 seconds, no thinking. The gap between thoughts is the period or time that your presence emerges. Make sense? You are present. And you notice, okay, the presence, notice its presence, in the gap of thinking. That's why I said eighth samadhi or jhana is not necessary. Once you reach the first jhana, meaning there's a gap between thoughts, now you can like listen more, like this Dharma teaching, let's say, or any teachers of Dharma teaching or spirituality or spiritual teaching. We can use thoughts to awaken. That's what I'm doing now. That's what we are doing now. You are listening, you're using your understanding of your mind to get nourished. Make sense? You don't need to stop thinking. You don't need to give up your mind, throw it away. No. We are using the mind. We are using the thoughts to awaken. But what I'm saying is we need to slow it down to a certain level that you can manage your thoughts. Not 100%, but like at this moment, you can slow down, be calm, and listen. You notice there's gaps between thoughts. The gap between thoughts is where your presence or true self emerges, shows up. It's show time. So if I say there's 8 stages of samadhi, once you can reach the first stage, first samadhi, you can see the gaps between your thoughts. That's it. That's enough. The rest is you listen, this Dharma teaching, this kind of Dharma teaching, maybe different teacher like Thich Nhat Hanh or Deepak Chopra or Rupa Spira or Sri Muji, so many different teachings online. So once you can enter the first stage of samadhi, you practice, you learn, you, reassure yourself by your meditation, by your realization, you're doing the right thing. Because you feel the presence more and more. You're back to home. You can see the body, the mind, all the mental activities, memories, thoughts, desires, and the world in a clear way. That's the moment of Satori. I guarantee you, once you can see it once, you can see it twice. And once you can see it twice, you can see third time, 3 times, and your presence of everyday life will be more and more. I guarantee you. And twin flame too. Yes, I can stop thinking and just present for quite a bit. Very good. I can watch them come and go when they appear. I got difficulty with self-realization. I am. Well, while you can stop thinking, the self is perceiving the body, mind, and world without thinking. That's it. The I am or the presence is always here and now. Can you realize it? Your presence is what is listening to me now, is watching me now. You, the self, capital SELF, is looking at me. Also, you can perceive your body, your mind, and your world, your environment. That's the realization. Again, I use that mirror. Our consciousness is like a three-dimensional mirror. A mirror can reflect things, right? Now your awareness or consciousness is reflecting a body, a mind, and a world. That's the tricky part, I know. You can realize it with your mind, but I don't feel that deep knowing. So if you can, no, can you see your mind? If you can see your mind, what or who is seeing the mind? That's the true you. And it's formless. It's not object. It is the subject. The sense of I amness is formless. Timeless. Dimensionless, actually. There's no dimension. Four-dimensional space and time is our perception. It's like a field collapsed into particles. A field has no boundary. but a particle has a boundary. Make sense? You are that field, or infinite big or infinite small field, collapse into a body and a mind. The moment you can listen, the moment I can talk, is the functioning of that true self. That's the most tricky part here. And thanks for your question. It's very deep. The mind, the logic, reasoning, thinking mind, I'm using my mind to talk. Behind the mind, there's a higher dimension, let's say higher dimension. The Heavenly Father is hidden in the higher dimension, and it's formless. The Heavenly Father, you cannot see Heavenly Father. But our mind, our pure mind is especially a mind without thinking, let's say, or the pure awareness, is the very application of Heavenly Father. This is the moment you feel you're blessed, you're loved, you're caressed all the time. No separation between you and God. Not a meter away from you, not a centimeter away from you, not even a nanometer away from you. It is right in you and around you. That's the moment of a total relaxation, security, also meaning freedom. That limitation of the egoic mind totally dissolves into the ocean of infinite love. And we are always beloved. We are always loved, caressed, hugged by Universal Mom or Heavenly Father or Tao or Brahman or cosmic intelligence. You name it. We have different levels here. Or Jesus. During that stage, I begin to see the actual flash time of flashlight sequence. Does that mean time stops? Once you are time stops, that means you notice your true being is out of time. The body, mind, the world is always in time because it's a perception of timeless. It's something maybe to our experience is in deep sleep. Do you notice time? In deep sleep, there's no time. Make sense? And there's no body, there's no mind, there's no world. That's the closest stage to our true self. But I'm trying to express it while we can talk, while we are wakeful. I can talk, you can listen, is the application of that timeless, spaceless, formless. So you have to understand this. Finally, or eventually, ultimately, your understanding will overcome your suffering. The authentic or understanding or realization is actualized understanding. Sometimes we call wisdom. Eventually, your wisdom will, overcome all your doubts and sufferings. Wisdom is the final stage, is the antidote of suffering. Make sense? You understand you are the formless, timeless, spaceless being in a form of body, mind, world. I really mean it. Or to be more practical, you are the space now. You are the infinite space. Infinite big and infinite small. Perceiving everything in you, an object, a sound, a body sensation, a feeling, an emotion. You are the space in which all the objects arise and disappears. All your thoughts arise and fall. You know? You are the space, embracing all the objects, people, relationship, outwardly, and you are the inner space, hugging your own thoughts, feelings, emotions internally. And ultimately, there's no outside and inside. It's all you. Hopefully, I can explain it. You are the space. Can you tell me the boundary of a space? Does a space has a boundary? Space has no boundary. That's the nature of space. And you have no boundary. And space has no form, right? Yet every form appears in space. Every color, every shape, every size, every texture appears in the formless, colorless, dimensionless space. So space is the the closest word in our experience, the closest word to describe the true self in our experience. Space has no boundary, has no shape, has no size. It's infinite big, infinite small. And yet every color, shape, object, feelings, perceptions, emotions are within it. Sometimes we say, you are the space. That's a practical way to say it, who you are. Make sense? Look around. Everything is within the space. And you are the space. The body is within you. The mind is within you. That's a shift of identity. Oh, man. Because we get used to identify, I'm the body. I'm this feelings, emotions, thoughts, memories. No, you're not. You're not them. That means your true self is the one consciousness. Your true self, our true self. Your true self is the consciousness. My true self is the consciousness. His, hers, its, 8 billion different bodies and minds, but we have only one consciousness. One universal, identical, pure, undivided, and cannot be divided consciousness or awareness. Okay, I think that's all for today. I talked a lot again. Thanks for coming. The Moment podcast. And who's else here? Twin Flame Tarot. Adam Units. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I think that's all. By the way, maybe I can. It's not good news, but I'm trying to spread this kind of teaching in our community center. I mean, here in Canada, BC, Vancouver, recreation center. But I will start from acupressure, mindfulness, plus meditation. So hopefully I will have a meeting with them tomorrow to introduce this content. I mean, the service I can bring into the community. And they want me to present this idea, acupressure, mindfulness, plus all this. I can actually mix of all this. Spirituality, this, yeah, hopefully I can succeed. Finger crossed. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. See you. Bye. See you maybe tomorrow, but at least Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Vancouver time. Bye now.